Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure all of you guys are aware, this summer we will be receiving a new bounty hunting business along with some new police missions. Now, the other day we spoke about a slip up that Rockstar Games made over in their social club, basically giving away the location for the new bounty hunting business. And if you guys haven't seen that video, I will leave it linked down low in the comment section. However, we do know that the new business is going to be based in Grapeseed, and a lot of you guys were very interested to know where this new business was going to be located. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, some of the most credible data miners in the GTA 5 community have been able to access a lot of the old cut, cops and crooks content that Rockstar Games already went ahead and created but later decided not to release. Now, as I explained in previous videos, it is looking like Rockstar Games are starting to roll out a ton of this cut, cops and crooks content, and they actually have been doing so for the past 2 years or so. A lot of the weapons, vehicles and free mode events that did have a police theme to them were originally meant to be part of the Cops and Crooks DLC, and this summer with Vincent making a return, it is very likely we are going to be seeing more of this Cops and Crooks content. Now, as we've spoken about in previous videos and discussed heavily in the comment section, this DLC was originally called Cops and Crooks, as Rockstar Games did want to give players the option of not being a police officer, but instead taking up a different role as a criminal or a crook with this update. And going off the mass majority comments from you guys, I can see a lot of you are excited to go ahead and play a role as a police officer, as pretty much every single DLC since the game has been released has been based around being a criminal. And then I also see the odd few comments from you guys saying that you would never play as a police officer, too loyal to the streets, and once a criminal, always a criminal. So it does look like Rockstar Games were looking to cater to both markets with this DLC. Now, in a previous video, I did speak about a bunch of different abilities that would have been included while being a police officer or a crook, and I also spoke more in depth about all of the gangs that were meant to be included with this DLC. So if you haven't seen that video, it's definitely worth watching, as we do go into a lot of details about the gangs that were involved with this DLC. And one of those gangs, of course, were the Vargas gang, which is the largest Mexican street gang in GTA 5. Now, thanks to one of the most credible data miners in the GTA 5 community, we now know about a building or another property that would have been used by the Vargas. He went ahead and said, with the Cut Cops and Crooks DLC, the Vargas area was the location of the Vargas Hideout. Shocker. And you can see remnants of the interior on the inside of the building. He does go ahead and share an image here of him standing right outside the building. However, we can also see a Mexican flag at the top of it. Of course, the Vargas, being a Mexican gang, are proud of their Mexican roots. And then he also shows an image of the interior where, like he said, you can see the remnants that Rockstar Games did plan to make this an actual physical location that we do use in online. So by seeing a hollow door, windows, air vents, these are clear indicators that this building was meant to be used in some way, shape or form. He then went ahead and dug deeper and realized that there is a collision and prop definitions for this interior. So as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, there is a certain amount of props that can be found in GTA 5 online, and by the coding, data miners can tell exactly what props were meant to be placed in exactly what position. And the reason he noticed this was because in single player, this area was way more detailed than other sections around the area. Now, using the coding and the props, data miners have been able to recreate this Vargas hideout, which, as you guys can see on screen, would have been exactly like an auto shop that we ended up receiving with the auto shop businesses. So you can see a bunch of tires and just a bunch of auto shop accessories planted all over the building. We also have another image here of the outside, another image here of what the hideout would have looked like. So you've got a car up ready getting worked on, plus a stairway leading upstairs. And then when we make our way upstairs, as you guys can see on screen, it doesn't look exactly like our current auto shops. It almost has a mix of the auto shops with the MC clubhouses. As I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, the clubhouses have a seating area, a little bar, and just a bunch of bikers chilling around it. So it looks like Rockstar Games plan to have a similar thing with the Vargos gang, which would have made perfect sense considering the bikers aren't the only gang in GTA 5, yet they're the only gang we can see hanging out at our businesses. However, it does go on to show what another room would have looked like, and this probably most likely definitely would have been some sort of planning room where you guys would have launched one of the missions. And here is the exact GPS location of this building if you guys do want to go ahead and check it out yourself. Now, of course, today is Wednesday, which means Rockstar Games will be rolling out a brand new weekly update tomorrow. So you guys only have one more day left to make the most of this weekly update, which I'll quickly break down for you guys so you guys know exactly what's included and what you can quickly take advantage of. So the rare clothing item all players can unlock this week is this rare Dinka t-shirt, and you can unlock this by simply going ahead and purchasing the Jester RR, the RT3000 or the Dinka Sugoi. Once you guys buy any of these vehicles, the clothing item will get added to your wardrobe. Now, there is some good money making methods going on this week. Rockstar Games are offering double money and double RP on the exotic exports, the offense defense adversary mode. The LS Car Meet series is offering double rep. However, by far the best thing to be grinding out is the double money on the auto shop client jobs. However, there is some more rare clothing items we can unlock. Rockstar Games have released this previously, so a lot of you guys might already own these coveralls. However, by completing 3 auto shop client jobs this week, all of you guys will be receiving 100k along with these LS Customs coveralls. Now, as far as this week's free vehicles all of you guys can get, this week's brand new podium vehicle will be known as the Privion, which as you guys can see on screen is a decent looking car, would usually be setting you guys back $1.4 million, so not cheap whatsoever. Definitely worth going ahead and getting for free this week whilst you guys can. However, as far as the other free vehicle all of you guys can get, of course being the prize ride over at the LS Car Meet, and this week's prize ride will be known as the Salseo GTF, which usually would be setting you guys back $1.9 million. However, as far as this week's brand new discounts everyone can get, you can get 40% off all of the auto shops plus the upgrades along with the ETR1, along with 30% off of all of the vehicles you can see on screen. However, what I will say is Rockstar Games of course will be releasing a brand new summer DLC very soon, which is most likely going to include a bunch of expensive vehicles. So if I was you guys, I would just save off buying any new vehicles and stack as much money as you can. It's definitely worth going ahead and buying the auto shop if you don't own it already, as you will make your money back by only playing a few contracts. However, that is going to do it for me guys. As always, if you do appreciate me keeping you up to date with all of the latest GTA 5 news, all I ask is you do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.